Good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here, hoping that your day is off to a good start. Mine certainly is. It's been a wonderful weekend here in West Virginia. I have indulged myself in something that I so look forward to every time it appears, and that is the Olympics. Um, the athletes inspire me to look at myself and the efforts I'm making in my own life and to try to figure out what I can do to live my life better. Uh, there are 5 rings, as we all know, in the Olympic symbol, and each of them represents something very special. The blue ring represents our goals. And just like Olympic athletes have goals in mind, so do we as TOPS members. The black ring indicates our plans, and it's important in all areas of our lives to have definite plans that we will put in place to help us achieve those goals. Next is the red ring at the right of the top, and that stands for the resources we can call upon to help us in our journey. And that's a really important tool that all of us as TOPS members need to examine. What resources do we have that are trustworthy and valid that we can bring to bear on achieving whatever goal we have set for ourselves and the plans we are making to help implement those plans more efficiently. The yellow ring is essential to any progress toward that goal, and that is practice. You know, hour after hour after hour of practice has to take place to get an athlete to the point of excellence where they have the opportunity to go for the gold medal and to stand upon the platform and be recognized as the best in their sport, whatever their sport may be. And in that practice comes something all of us know very well, that is opportunities to learn from not doing it as well as we could. Uh, as we watched the Olympics unfold, we saw many people take spills and falls. And what was most interesting to me was how they handled these less than ideal experiences as they went through them. The last ring in the 5 ring symbol of the Olympics is the green ring, and that stands for feedback from your peers, from your coaches, from fans in the audience, even from those who are competing against you, as well as those who are cheering for you to succeed. All feedback plays a role in helping us figure out how to do better. And when we look at the rings of the Olympics, to me, it becomes a metaphor for almost everything we do in life, be it working on our weight, working on our health, working on our education, working on a hobby. All of these things take these 5 essential elements, use them daily in order to achieve excellence. It just doesn't happen. It has to happen with effort and purpose and focus. And I always come away from the Olympics uplifted. I learned from the challenges that these athletes face and how they handle the challenge. I don't know about you, but I know I have stumbled a lot. I have been less than I wanted to be in the areas of achieving the success I had set for myself as my goal. what am I going to do with that? Am I just going to quit? Am I going to walk away? Or am I going to get feedback from others, practice more, look at more resources, change my plans, evaluate my goals? These are all things that we have to deal with and ask ourselves about every single day as we live our lives in the best way. And this is Monday. Monday for most people is a fresh start day. It's the beginning of a brand new week. And with the Olympics in mind, I got to thinking about how does that relate to this new week that lies before each of us right now? You know, this is a special week. We are honoring the contributions of Martin Luther King and the awareness that he brought to us in such a critical time. We have just celebrated Valentine's Day. This is American Heart Month. Many of you had the chance to visit with Dr. Jamie Ard in Top's Talks on Saturday and get his thoughts on what helps one develop heart health so you have the strongest and healthiest heart possible. That in itself is a wonderful goal to pursue. If you come from a family with heart disease, I hope you really took the opportunity to spend time in that talk with him because he had quite a few ideas that were most helpful. It will be on the TOPS website probably within the next week or two, and the notice will go out to anyone that's subscribed to what's new on the website. So you'll be sure to get a timely announcement of it. But with that in mind, I examined my own mindset this morning. Where am I? Where do I want to be? What's my goal? March is coming up, and for me, March is a fun month. I love to fly kites. My dad used to build, when we were all children, huge box kites out of balsa wood and brown paper. And then he would get some rags from Mom and tie them on a string to help the kite sort of stay grounded, not necessarily deliberately on the ground, but grounded in the ability to control somewhat its flight and its trajectory. Because these were kites that were bigger than I was as a child. So they were probably 4 feet tall, maybe 2.5 feet across, and they would fly forever, high into the sky. We always loved that chance. We'd go up to the football field with Dad and walk out almost the length of the football field and begin running to get the kite flying and soaring, and learn quickly how you needed to work with the current that came down through the valley between the mountains where the football field was located, and be amazed and delighted in the crisp blue sky and the windy day at how far that kite could go as long as it had help from you. If you lost the string, it went away and you probably weren't going to find it again because it was soaring free and high without your guidance. And that again reminds me of lessons I've learned in just the ordinary things that we do in our lives, in what we choose to watch on television, even the mundane things that you don't even think about until you begin to reflect on how you want your day to proceed, how you want your life to unfold and develop for you. And as I got up this morning, one of the first things that came into mind, and it comes into my mind quite often because it is so simply true and valid, is the wisdom of my friend Gina, who says, your day proceeds as your mouth is turned. That's so true. If you look optimistically with a smile on your face at your day, that sets your mind to look for making it the best day it possibly can be. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. to do as you start your day is determine that it's going to be a great one. I'm going to see that I make my day uh, as pleasant as it possibly can be in as many ways, and share that day with other people who may be struggling to have the same kind of day. And that to me is the Monday, is my mindset. You know, where is my thinking today? What am I going to do to make this week that will come gradually upon us in 24-hour increments, predictably, dependably, without fail, because the sun will come up tomorrow, and I will look forward to that. Which brings me to the next letter in the word Monday, which is the O, and that's for opportunity for me. This is a wonderful gift I've been given. It's a brand new day. I have found that I treasure the gift of the new day more and more and more as I get to celebrate more birthdays. You treasure your time, and you want to make good use of it. When I was young, I could never imagine not having all the time there was. As I've gotten older and I've seen loved ones pass away who I thought would live forever, I have become much more aware of time and its passage and the importance of making good use of each minute that I'm given in each day. So this is an opportunity. What am I going to do today to not only make my life better, but to make the lives of those who are around me better? There's always something that you can do to improve upon any situation. Very few things in life are static and cannot be modified in some way. So if you have the opportunity to make the day better, think about what you're going to do. Even if it's nothing more but sharing that smile that you started the day with, that is a powerful gift that you can give to everybody who passes by you in the course of any given day. The next letter in the word Monday for me stands for nourishment. And that doesn't just mean what I eat. I need to nourish mind, body, and soul. I need to make sure that I feed myself in every way as healthily as I possibly can to take advantage of the nutritional elements, not only from food, but from what I see, what I experience, what I read, what I watch, what I listen to. And how is that nourishing my soul? How is that helping me to become the person that ideally I would like to be? Am I living that life now? Am I making those choices now? Do I have that plan? Do I have those goals? Have I gathered together those resources? Am I practicing the ways that I can best nourish myself and make a difference for those around me as well? And that leads me then again to another letter in the word Monday. Aren't you glad it's a short word? And that's D. And to me, the D stands for break this thing down into doable steps. Don't make big Herkin plans that are probably beyond the ability of any superhero to carry out, but do it in doable steps. Prioritize the thing today that you most want to accomplishment and make that doable for you in smaller steps. I know one of the things that we have really been talking about and encouraging each other in my group of friends is making time every hour on the hour to move for at least 10 minutes, to get up, to walk around, to be active. Even if you think you don't have time to be active, you can find a little bit to take from other activities and use for helping yourself be more active. The benefits physiologically to just this type of movement are huge. If you have ever wondered why you should move more, and most people hate the word exercise, uh, but your body needs to be used. It needs to be challenged. In order to do all of the things to help you to function better as a human being, you need to make time, doable time, to be more active. Um, I just went in for a physical not too long ago, and everything was fine. And I was talking to the doctor, and he said, Barb, just for curiosity, do you do some type of activity every day? And I said, yes, I do. I said, I don't always like it, but yeah, I try to do something every day. And he said, well, it shows. He said, you are more flexible than most women your age. And I said, well, I guess that's a good thing. And he said, well, yeah, it is. He said, and everybody loses muscle mass as they get older. He said, but you're still doing fine, and your height has not begun to shrink yet. And these all speak to the fact that you're trying to stay as active as you can. And I said, yes, I am. I mean, I can't leap tall buildings at a single bound, but I can get up, get out, move around, be active on a regular basis. Doable steps. Don't try to go for the Olympic medal, but at least you can be part of the team that cheers that exceptional athlete on, and you can be more active in the process so you can be there to help and support. The next letter that I like to think about is authenticity. Authenticity, and it's a hard word to say. Uh, be you. Don't try to pretend to be somebody else. Just do you, and do you to the best of your possibility. Be authentic in what you feel, what you want to achieve, how you feel you can make a difference, and what you're willing to do. What effort are you willing to make? It's no good to make grandiose plans if you know you're not willing to break it down and do the steps needed to fulfill those plans and reach those goals. That's never going to happen unless you authentically are willing to put forward the degree of effort. Don't set yourself up for failure. Always set yourself up for success. Your mindset should always be, what is the most I can attempt to achieve today that will make life better? Not just my life, but the life of those who surround me and for whom I care so much. What is my mindset here? You know, am I going to set myself up so that the day brings joy, not just to me, but to those around me? I certainly hope so, that I want to authentically live a happy life. And I hope that you also want to live that happy life. Bear in mind, that does not mean that bad things can't happen that we have to cope with. We all have to experience that. And that's one of the reasons we need each other, is to get through the rough times. And there are always challenges, sorrows, disappointments, but there are also successes, amazing accomplishments, and opportunities for real joy. And if we authentically try to live our lives in a positive fashion, we will appreciate those moments when they appear And we will better be able to arm ourselves to deal with less ideal events when they will occur as well. And the why, the last letter in the word Monday, and I'll be getting off of here in just a second. Yay is that word. Yay. Celebrate today. Celebrate the fact that you are in the world with people you love, with people that bring you happiness and joy, and to whom you can bring those same gifts. My goal for today, for me, is to start this week out with positive steps to make the most of it. When I go to bed tonight and I get out my notepad to write down my gratitudes, I'm going to hopefully have to fill more than one page with all the wonderful things that make my life so full and so rich and so happy. And look at the things that did not bring that same feeling and see what I can do to adjust and minimize the effects they may have and learn and grow from the experience. So you get out there. Yay for today. And I will talk to you later. Bye now.